Welcome back, Terry and Christine. We've got the 100 Millionaires Summit coming up, and I want to get you guys on here because we are doing some amazing stuff with Generator Coaching. You have been building millionaires with us. When I started the mission to build 100 millionaires, I said I need somebody who's going to do all the work. And you both have been doing all the heavy lifting of moving people emotionally and pulling the trash off the track. So, Terry and Christine, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. What would you say is the biggest problem that people have when they come into the bullet train of action? When they first are sitting at the station, they come into the mentorship and then they're like, okay, I'm getting on the bullet train. What problems do you see them showing up with?
I think the biggest problem is that they hesitate because they're overthinking. And so they want to move forward. They're excited about the idea of building their life and building their future. And then they go, how do I do it? And then they have 30,000 thoughts in an hour about what they might do and don't know what to do first.
And so we're going to be at the summit October 22nd to the 24th. So anybody who hasn't already registered, you got to go register. Click the link below. I'll drop it in there. It's ibuildmillionaires.com/summit. And the reason we put it together was because we needed everybody in the same room. We needed the energy of the pack. We've got our students who've been through the mentorship already. We've got people who've been through the bullet train of action, and having new people be in the room is going to both inspire and motivate both groups. And so we're going to be moving through a process where they actually have a business plan at the end. This is a Generator Coaching approved business plan built by you guys. And I want to know a little bit more about how you came to the conclusion that people needed a plan. Like, why don't they just go out there and be successful? Why is a plan so important?
I think really, if you don't have a map to where you're going,
that vision,
that mission is where you want to go and how you want to get there. But if you don't have that plan, there's a bazillion ways you could go. And you're never going to get there because you get off track. You see stuff that's cool over there, the shiny objects, moving around, not knowing where to go. When you have a plan, it's just like a roadmap from where you're at to where you want to go. And that's what we're providing.
And that's why I wanted you guys in there. So I designed it, the whole summit, to be a kind of a journey, like a journey to maximum success. We've got Doug in there. We've got some of all the other coaches are in there. But your position is really key, right? You guys are the kings and queens of building plans, of putting things together. So I've got you doing a goals training, a training on goals, how to do them right, the very specific process for it. And one of the biggest problems I see with people is they've got 1,000 ideas. Everybody who comes through the mentorship, everybody who I've met outside has an idea. It's $1 million idea. It's a great idea. I've got 10 of these. I got 20 of these. How do you dial it down and say, this is the one that you should be working on?
I think personally for me, because I'm an idea guy, I have thousands of ideas, and I'm going to start another one tomorrow all the time.
This afternoon, but
maybe this afternoon. And so I actually really look at, okay, it's a great idea, but is it what we're doing? In fact, we actually had a conversation with our partner this morning about, okay, which funnel do we want to do? And I was dialing him back in this situation because he's told me over and over, we do one. And so
one funnel.
We're at one funnel, and we're doing that funnel. And so we're doing a next step in the funnel, but it's really about, okay, what is going to keep us moving on the direction that we're moving towards the goal that we have? And if you don't have the goal, you don't know where to go. And if you try to get there in two different ways, it's really like going to the store, but you're not sure if I should take a left or a right to go to the same store, because both will work.
I think that's one of the biggest things that our clients tell us is that we break it down into smaller steps that are achievable, something you can do today, something that you can move forward on the week. And then breaking it down is really the way to go, because we have these huge goals. We're dreamers in this group. We have the vision. We know where we want to be in like 5 to 10 years. Well, it takes action today to move us towards where we want to be. And I think that's the big key that we'll be talking about, is create that big vision, that vision for yourself that drives you. But then you got to be on the track with your track clear to hit the goals, to keep you motivated, to keep you inspired, to keep you going.
That's the truth. And that's why we partnered up. Originally when you were already building your business, your coaching program, and you guys were out there helping and serving people, you said, yeah, we got to do something together. And 2 years went by or 3 years went by, and I was like, yeah, like one day, I don't really know how, like I always said I'd never be a coach. And you actually give me the ability to not be a coach and still help people on a massive scale, because you guys are actually better at this than I am. In my personal opinion, I've seen people come to you and double their income, in some cases quadruple their income, right? Like Saeed, like his net worth went from a quarter million to 1.5 million in less than a year. He's only been working with you for maybe 6 months. So like you think about the massive success that these people are having, it's like there's something you're doing different than other coaches are doing out there, because there are life coaches, there are business coaches, and all they seem to do is take money from people and make you feel good about your situation or feel bad about your situation, but they don't actually give the tactical steps. And I was reading a book by John D. Rockefeller, The 38 Letters to His Son. And as I'm going through this, he actually has a chapter where he's like, look, if you have big goals, you're not going to get them all done in one time. You've got to space it out. Like you were just saying, Christine, you got to space it out and go one step at a time and really do a great job at that goal. But you can't try to be perfect, and you also have to take action. Like you can't just sit there and think it will happen and manifest. So what is something we can expect at the summit when people are going through this process with you? What kind of people do you need there? Like what kind of energy do they have to have when they show up?
You know, it's a great question. We've been talking a lot about it because in our group that we have, we got on the subject of hiring and partnerships. And so hiring and partnerships have three things that are really important. You have to have people that are hungry, driven people, and you have to have people that can see their flaws and see, you know, their areas that they need to develop and their areas that they're really strong in. And there's a lot of people that see their strengths and don't pay attention to their development areas. And then there's some people that only focus on the places where they're not very good at stuff. And neither of those work. You have to have a balance. And then you need to be able to have those people really be able to connect with other people. And so we talk about humble, driven, smart. And so if they have that, they're going to rock it out. If they have two of those, we can help them learn the third. And so it's real simple. When they're driven, and the one thing that I love about this community is everybody that comes in is driven. Mm-hmm. Everyone that comes in is driven. They might not have the skills, we can teach that. They might not have the people skills, we can teach that. That's one of our really good places that we really rock it out. And they might, you know, think too much of themselves or think too little of themselves. We can help that. But if they got to be helped in all three of them, that's a little more difficult.
So they got to come with at least two of those set up, right? They don't need skills. We can teach the skills. Yep. We can teach the processes for communication, and we can teach, you know, how to get your self-esteem to the right place, because without self-esteem, you're not going to take action. With too much self-esteem, you're going to take wrong action. You can take belligerent action, and sometimes you get hurt that way and hurt other people. So Terry and Christine, I know you guys got to jump off and get to lunch. I know I jumped in this like right before your lunchtime over there. So you're going to be coming out to Orlando. You're going to be in the room with us. And I know you're going to be doing some of the coaching sessions live. I know that you're going to be on stage with us doing some live trainings. And again, the business plan that we're going to be using to put together was actually built by you guys. So tell me a little bit about the thought that goes into a business plan really quickly. And then I'll let you guys go.
Oh yeah, the business plan is going to be so exciting. I mean, there's events that you go to and they're like, oh, we're going to do that. Well, we're actually going to do it at this event. And what we've done is taken a lot of the best stuff that we do with our group clients, or that we used ourselves to build our business. And we're putting it just into something very simple with tangible steps that kind of gets all of that jumble that's going on in your head, because you're going to get so many ideas, meet so many people, and just something that you can take action on for the next 30 days. And it's going to have your vision in there of what you want for your company that you've created during the event. And now you're going to go out and you're going to nail it day by day, week by week.
And one of the things that I will say about the business plan, it's a one-page business plan, very simple. But when we walk into a company and sit down and really identify what's going on with these companies that we work with, and we have a few questions that we ask them, they get such clarity around it that they can communicate where they're going, what they're doing, and their whole team gets on board. And it's really the clarity of the communication because they know what they're doing.
Well, and then their confidence just rocks. And that's where you get the people to draw into you, is having the confidence.
That is absolutely true. I've found that in our own organization, if I don't have clarity of where I'm going, nobody else does. The whole organization just goes all over the place. Nothing happens. And you cannot expect other people to have that same drive that you have as an entrepreneur. You can't expect other people to have the same vision and awareness that something else has to happen, because most people will just do whatever they were told and stop there. So the business plan gives that clarity. I love that you're keeping it down to a one-page business plan, because too many people come to me with these 30-page business plans, 50-page business plans, but they're the people who've done absolutely nothing with their business. And this business plan is 2 years old.
Yeah, they plan to plan.
That's all they did was plan the plan. So 100 Millionaire Summit coming up October 22nd and 24th. We are going to be live in Orlando. It's 3 days. Show up early, stay late. It's part of the keys to success. You can click the link below, take action. We will be there live with Dr. Tara Wager and Christine McGinley. Thank you so much, you two, for showing up and for being there for this community. You have been an absolute blessing to us. You are both alchemists. Thank you, guys.
Love you. We'll see you.
See you in the next one.